you doing, Paul?
How you doing, Pat?
Good, good. So tell us what's happening with the pond and what's going to be happening over the next week or couple of weeks.
Well, the number one question is everybody wants to know when we're going to dredge out this part over here. This part was never part of the plan. It was already deep enough. Over here in the middle, we've got about 13 feet of water. Most of the concern was in the southern part of the pond over there where the boathouse beach was. So that got cut down to about 12 feet right down the middle. They took out about 45,000 plus cubic yards of sediment. And the project's done. It was done pretty much in the first week of February. And now what we're going to be doing March 1st is closing up that valve right there where you see that trash grate lifted up, because that's where all the water's going right now, is right down that one. That's how we drain the pond. And we're going to be closing that up and gradually raising the water, because we need to get the fish back in here, because that was the main reason I got involved with this project, is so the kids can fish into the future the way I enjoyed it when I was a kid.
Great, great.
So we need to get the fish in here, and the warm water species, which are the ones we're particularly interested in getting back in here, are the perch and you know, the bluegill, the pumpkin seeds, the bass, pickerel, and perhaps some carp. That, you know, they're always a good thing to have in here. And we're going to be going down to the Lower Mill Pond. We are in the process of getting all the permits put together to do that, and we're going to be netting the fish out of Lower Mill, probably the same ones that went down right down that gate when we drained the pond. And
like the ones you tried to help fish out there and got stuck in there. I think some folks will remember that.
Maybe I'll even get lucky back in here. But yeah, and then we're going to transport them. We're still trying to figure out how to do that right now, but I think we're going to be using some big plastic squared off bait tanks and load them in there, and then truck them over here and release them back in here so that they're in here for the time for spawning.
Great. So would you consider this the project a success? Do you think that have the folks that have been doing the work, have they indicated that it's been a success? They've got everything out, or they've cleaned it as far as they want to?
The project was done exactly to the design specifications of the project, and that was to make the pond deeper and get rid of a lot of the sediment that was in there. A lot of these sediments contain, you know, macrophytes and weeds and all of that, seeds that, you know, that's why the pond didn't look good in the summertime, is because of all the weeds growing in here. So it was a huge success. It was all done exactly the way we wanted it to get done, and that was all the money that we had, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
We used it all.
Great.
And the other thing that's nice is because this pond was empty for the winter time, it froze. It froze the ground, and what it did is it ends up killing a lot of the macrophytes that are in there. What I mean macrophytes is weeds. Weeds that are ready to sprout in springtime.
Okay.
They all got froze out, and then that will make the water a lot clearer and more enjoyable for use, particularly for swimming.
Great. Thanks a lot, Paul.
All right, Pat, thanks.